Welcome, history enthusiasts and curious minds alike, to a journey back in time where we uncover the riveting, sometimes bizarre leisure activities of 7 ancient leaders who made their mark on the world. Have you ever wondered what folks did for fun before Netflix and chill became a thing? Well, strap in, because we're about to dive into the past and explore the hobbies of those who ruled empires and kingdoms. Spoiler alert. There's no golf, but plenty of thrills and maybe a few chills. First up, let's talk about Qin Shi Huang, the man behind the Great Wall of China and the Terracotta Army. But when he wasn't busy being a monumental architect, he indulged in the thrill of the hunt, creating vast parks filled with exotic animals for his hunting pleasure. Imagine being invited to one of those hunts. It's like the emperor saying, "Come, let's play a game of Where's That Tiger?" His parks were the ultimate man caves, showcasing not just his power but how to party like an emperor. Our next destination is the Nile, where we meet Cleopatra VII, a queen who knows how to live in luxury. Cleopatra wasn't just about seducing powerful men. She had a strategic mind and a love for board games. Her game of choice was Senet, a mix of strategy and luck that was like the ancient Egyptian version of Monopoly, but without the family arguments. And when she wasn't outsmarting her opponents on the board, she was cruising the Nile, enjoying the cool breeze and the stunning views. Boating on the Nile with Cleopatra was a dream come true for many. Now, let's journey to ancient Rome to encounter Nero, arguably the original rebel of the Roman Empire. This man was passionate about music and chariot racing, a combination that could be likened to a rock star also competing in NASCAR. Nero wasn't just any musician. He was a serious artist, often performing in public. Visualize the emperor lyre in hand, serenading the crowds with the hits of 65 AD. And his love for chariot racing? Let's just say he didn't settle for the standard 4 horsepower. Then there's Genghis Khan, a name synonymous with conquest and empire building. But guess what? The man was also a falconry enthusiast. Nothing says power quite like hunting with a bird of prey. Genghis Khan's love for falconry shows a softer side. Well, as soft as a hardened warrior could get. It's like finding out your tough-as-nails granddad knits sweaters in his free time. Moving to Japan, we meet Soga no Iruka, an influential regent who had a soft spot for the arts. This guy was all about poetry, calligraphy, and throwing garden parties that were the talk of the town. It's like he was the ancient Japanese Gatsby, minus the tragic ending. His cultural events were probably the place to be, showcasing the refined side of leadership. Over in the Aztec Empire, Moctezuma II played ball games and admired his private gardens. Ulamalisli wasn't just any game, it was like the Super Bowl with higher stakes, sometimes literally. And his gardens? They were the ultimate Zen spots before Zen was even a thing. Imagine Moctezuma saying, "After a long day of ruling, I like to unwind with some plants and a game where the ball can weigh up to 8 pounds. Relaxing, right?" Last but not least, Ramses II of Egypt was the ultimate multi-talented pharaoh. This guy was into chariot races, hunting lions, and even composing poetry and music. Talk about a Renaissance man before the Renaissance. Ramses II was the kind of leader who'd say, "Why choose one hobby when you can excel at them all?" That's your glimpse into the leisurely pursuits of some of history's most iconic leaders. From hunting and games to music and poetry, these leaders knew how to balance the art of ruling with the art of relaxation. And let's be real, who wouldn't want to attend one of Soga no Iruka's garden parties or take a cruise down the Nile with Cleopatra? As we wrap up this whirlwind tour of ancient leisure, it's clear that these leaders were more than just their titles. They were people with hobbies, passions, and yes, even a bit of humor in their lives. Whether it was racing chariots, playing strategic board games, or enjoying the arts, each leader found unique ways to unwind and express themselves beyond their imperial duties. So, next time you're bored and scrolling through your phone, remember that once upon a time, emperors, queens, and pharaohs were finding creative, sometimes eccentric ways to keep entertained. And who knows, maybe in a few thousand years historians will be marveling at our quaint pastimes too. Until then, keep exploring, stay curious, and maybe try out falconry or composing a poem or two. Who knows, you might just discover your inner ancient ruler. Thanks for joining me on this journey through history's leisurely side, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating tales from the past. See you next time, where we'll probably find out that ancient leaders were also into binge watching, sort of.